Father's favorite. First of all, I was named after his father, Yehuda. And then, I guess because I was the youngest.
At the time?
At the time, I was the youngest for 8 years.
For 8 years?
For 8 years, I was the youngest.
Okay.
So, you get certain favors.
Yeah, you felt you were your dad's favorite?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Like, if Ruthie complained about me, he would yell at her, not me. Yeah.
What about you and Ann were very close in age, so
we were
11 months, no?
Yeah, but we weren't that, until we were married, we weren't, I went with her, yes. I used to go with her when she went out on dates, not really dates.
You went with her when she went?
Her girlfriend's house. They had a dance. His girlfriend was putting up a dance. So they brought me along with her. She with her date and me.
Oh, you were the third person.
I was the third person.
Right. So you weren't that friendly with her growing up?
Not until later, when married, and then we became very close. When
Do you think?
I was married.
Yes.
And I moved to Buffalo.
Shuffled off to Buffalo.
Yes.
On the train to Buffalo.
On the train. So my question to you is, do you think that Ruthie and Ann knew that you were your father's favorite?
Well, sure, they couldn't. I'm sure they knew.
But they didn't treat you...
No, you see, we never had jealousy in my house. It's unbelievable. Jackie can't understand. No jealousy. You have to be jealous. You have to.
And nobody ever felt jealous of anybody?
No. Well, Ruthie was a little... They didn't treat her like the brightest one. She wasn't that bright.
Is that true?
Yeah. The thing is, she had, I think the measles had something to do with her bad eyes. The bad eyes set her off to whatever.
She didn't do well in school?
No, she didn't. School was a joke. She came here, she was a big girl already.
How old was she when she came here? I thought she was a little kid.
She's 8. Ruthie was 8 years older than me.
Right.
So she was.
So who was born in Egypt?
Ruthie was born in
How many?
Israel. No one in Egypt.
Nobody was born in Egypt? How many years? So you and Ann are the only American children? And Mimi were.
Yes.
So Ruthie was born in Israel. And how many years was Ruthie without your dad?
3 years he was. They were separated 2.5 years. So half a year he was with them in Egypt. Then he left for the United States. My mother didn't want to go.
Right, I remember that. So for 2.5 years he was here in America and they were in Egypt. Yeah. But how old was Ruthie when she got to Egypt?
She must have been about a child, a year or two.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. So she came to America, she was about 5.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, she went into school.
Right, but she went into kindergarten probably.
No, probably straight to first grade.
First grade?
Probably.
And she wasn't a good student.
No, you see, my parents knew nothing about schooling, the truth. I mean, when I come to think of it, what was I trying to say?
About Ruthie not being smart?
No, about, my report card, we were talking about being absent,
Yes, last time.
My parents didn't know enough about to read the report card to know what it means, I guess.
Well, I know that as a kid who had a parent who knew what a report card was, I also knew that if I got you to sign my tests or write a note before 8 o'clock in the morning, you had no idea what you were signing.
That I know.
Right? That you know.
That I know.
Right? That was the best time to get you.
That taught me later on. I mean, I didn't know it.
Well, you might not have caught on till later on.
I didn't caught on.
Yeah, it's okay. But anyway, yes. So your parents didn't get that.
I guess they, well, first of all, they weren't really school-minded.
No.
They sent us to school.
Because that was the law, right?
Yeah, and they didn't know what to give us help, where to give us help, if we needed help.
So when did Ruthie get glasses? It made it seem like maybe she couldn't see for a long time. Is that true?
Possible.
I wonder. Because I get the feeling that she wasn't treated.
Her eyes was bad from the measles.
Which was when? When
She was 6 months old.
Oh, wow.
That's why.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So she was left with the bad eyes.
Wow. All that time. Did she go through elementary school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in the interim, you must have gone to... Oh,
Sorry.
hi. Oh, is it dinner already?
Yes.
Okay, so then we're going to stop. So we'll have to continue this. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to your grandchildren. See
Boys
you soon.
enjoy it.
And Jamie, she's
And
in
Jamie,
Bali.
when Jamie, yeah.